Hey, welcome to Hike Mentors. I'm Aman Hike. We are discussing here one more video, guys, for you people. So today we are going to discuss the questions, MCQ questions of the reading, which are based on the tricks. Actually, guys, in method videos, I told you guys like there are two type of MCQ questions in reading. One with like simple language, but the tricks are used there. But if I talk about the other one, they are with the lengthy language. Lengthy options will be there, but most of the time vocabularies will be used there. Fine. So if I show you on the screen, you might see some questions here. The options length is very small, but if I when I will discuss, I'll show you like there are so many tricks, so many misunderstandings they create. And I also told you like in MCQs we use the elimination method, guys. So elimination method, I'm like just remembering you guys. In elimination method, you remove the wrong option rather than choosing the right options. Okay, so let's not wasting the time, just move to the passage, and here it is the passage for you guys on your screen. So first of all, we'll check some questions here, because questions are really important. We're gonna find the location here. Okay, so these are the questions here. The first question, if I show you what they are asking, actually the teacher subjects. The teacher subjects means subjects, the word we use like when we are doing some experiment, and on which thing we are doing experiment. Suppose we are doing experiment on animal, some kind of animal, then it would be the subject. Okay, like if we are doing experiment on this mic, so this mic will be subject. So the teacher subjects are like the teachers which are involved in some kind of experiment, guys. So the teacher subjects were told that they were testing weather. So what they were testing, actually what they have been asked, or what they have been told, like what kind of test they are going and for what purpose they are doing. Okay, so rather than wasting your time on the like options, we will not read the options. Just jump to the passage please and find the location. Okay, we can see the passage here, and we will start finding out the location from the starting of the passage. If you go milligrams, EL tested university, situations, subjects. Okay, teacher subjects is the word here, so we're gonna underline it. We just underlining it in the yellow. So the teacher subjects. So Milgram told each volunteer. Milgram is someone who is conducting the test, and teacher subjects were told that the experiment was in the noble cause of education. It is something for the noble, for the betterment of the education, and were designed to test whether or not punishing people for their mistakes would have a positive effect on people's ability to learn. Means they are talking about the punishing pupils. Pupils are basically the students. So if we are punishing students, would it have a positive effect on pupils ability to learn? Means it would improve them or not. For that they are doing the experiment. We'll move to the questions and see what kind of options we have been given. Okay, so if I look at the first option, a 450 volt sock was dangerous. In the second passage, guys, there was word of 450 volt, but it was nothing have to do with the teacher subjects, right? And okay, they are the teachers, and I think it was Malcolm. Okay, whatever it could be. Punishment help learning. Yes, we saw it in the passage, like it was given to us. Punishing pupils mistake would have positive effect on pupils ability to learn. Like if we are punishing pupils, it would help them or not. The same thing they are checking in the questions. Okay, so the like second is the option which we can select with the answers. And if I look at the C, because we need to go through all the options here, like pupils were honest. Okay, there is nothing about this as well. They were suited to teaching. No, there is no such kind of things, guys. So we have eliminated all the options, and the right answer is the this one for the 20th one. Okay, for the 20th one we are selecting this one. If I move to the next question, the teacher subjects were instructed to. What kind of instructions were given to them? Like if I talk about the teacher subjects, what they were told about the punishment, like what kind of rule they have to follow. Okay, so if I again move to the passage here, I can see clearly the location. Milgren's experiment involved placing order. We need to go through the whole passage here. I think B we will go through, and in B we can go through some questions here, like switch with label ranging from 15 volt to 450. There was some kind of board with electrical switch there, and 15 volt each has the current, and the subjects was told that whenever the pupil gave the wrong answer a question, so whenever like some student gave any wrong answer, so a shock was to be administered, means they have to give them 15 volt shock per wrong answer. Okay, beginning at the lowest level, means they were starting with the 15 and increasing in severity with each successive wrong answer. They have to increase it with the each wrong answer. Okay, the supposed pupils was in reality an actor hired by Milgram. Actually, the pupils that were in this like experiment, they were not the really students, but they were some kind of actor hired by Milgram to stimulate receiving the shocks by emitting a spectrum of groans, screams, and writing together. Means when they will punish them or with the shock, definitely they wanna scream, they're gonna like groans, okay, for the mercy. And expletive denouncing both the experiment and experimenter, like they do not have to show any mercy. Denounce, like ignore the experimenter. Milgram told that teachers ignore the reaction of the pupil. They do not have to concentrate on the reaction, they just need to go with the flow, they just need to raise or increase the current. Okay, now is it clear? We will move to the passage here. Okay, the question, sorry, and the questions you can see on your screen. Teacher subjects were stop when a pupil asked them to. Actually, they did not have to stop. We read in the passage like they have to just ignore the students. Okay, first option is eliminated. Denounce, word was there, but don't like get trapped by the word. Pupils who made mistakes, they did not have to denounce anyone. It was clear in the passage, guys. You can back click the video and you can recheck it. Reduce, no, actually it was totally opposite. For a wrong answer they have to increase, but for the correct answer there was nothing. Actually, we can see in the passage for the correct answer there was nothing in the passage. I can show you here clearly. Okay, we have the passage here. So what we can see, they have to increase the current with the wrong answer, but not to decrease it with any right answer. Okay, they have the like only increasing trend, we can say. So if I move to the questions again, give punishment according to rule. The only option we have right now is this one. And what was the rule? They have to increase the current with a special or with a specific wrong answer. Okay, the first one, stop, no, they did not have to stop, they did not have to show any mercy. Denounce, no, actually they have to like give them punishment rather than denouncing them. Give punishment according to, yes, there was a rule like increase. Okay, so just don't get confused with the options, go with the elimination method, just remove the wrong ones. Let's move to the next one. Next question is here. Before the experiment took place, the psychiatrist, now they are asking about the psychiatrist, like what they might have involved the psychiatrist as well in their experiment. So just let's move to the passage and see what the psychiatrists were saying. Okay, so setup involved psychiatrist word, we have to find out. The experiment unfolded, people will deliberately give wrong answer, questions, electric punishment, even the danger level of administered by that future questioning look under, complaints about experiment. In this situation, calmly experiment trying to discover prior to carrying out. Okay, like for before they have written here prior. This is the beauty of reading, they always use the like synonyms, guys, and the psychiatrist is also written here. Mygram explained idea to a group of 39 psychiatrists, and now we have to go through it, like what they predicted and what kind of the results was there. So predict the average percentage of people in ordinary population. They had some prediction, like they had to do any prediction about the experiment, how many numbers of people would go to the 450 volts. Conscious was that virtually all teacher subjects would refuse to obey experimenter. They predicted that they would refuse, actually the teachers would refuse to punish the student with this, and felt that most subject would go not go beyond 150, and like most of them would not go beyond 150. Okay, and further only 4% would go 300 volts, only 4%, just underline all the numbers here, 4% would go above 300 volts. Furthermore, they thought only a dash figure would above 1000 would give highest shock of 150. Like in all the experiment, only 1000 students or the teachers would accept this type of things. Furthermore, they thought like in one give the highest shock of 150. Okay, what actual result, we have to just go through it once next as well. What the actual result was that, like well over 60% of the teachers continue to obey. In the prediction they told not more than most of the student like teachers would not go 150, and only 4% would go above 300, but over 60% of teacher subjects continue to obey to 450 limits. Like they did not refuse the milligram, they just continued with it. In repetition of experiment in other country, the percentage of obedient is something who obey your rules, who follow your rules, reaching 85%. Like there was a wrong prediction about it. They told like only 4% would go to 300, but here 60% people are going to 450. So there might be some noticeable things here. Just let's move to the questions here. And if I show you the questions here, in the first one we can see a shock was too dangerous. No, psychiatrists didn't say any these kind of things. They told that 150, like 60, not most of the teachers would go for 150. Like 150 volt is there, but they didn't talk about any danger there. Failed to agree on how the teacher would respond to the instructions. They didn't fail to agree, they predicted the results, so they didn't show any failure. Underestimate is something when we do not fully judge the power of other person. Like if someone can pick up 5 kg and we just predicted he can pick 2 kg, that would be underestimation of his powers. Okay, so the underestimate the teacher subject's willingness is like their wish, their desire to comply means to obey. Okay, like as I told you, vocabularies will be there. To comply with experiment procedure, to follow the procedure, this might be the answer here. Thought that many of the teacher would administrate shock off. They are saying completely wrong here. They are using the word many, but their prediction was only 1000. Only 1000 teachers would go, or 1 in 1000 teacher would go for 450. This is also wrong. So our answer will be the C1, in which they are saying underestimation. If I show you the passage here again, you can clearly notice here they told the same thing. If I talk about their prediction was something else, and if I talk about the results was totally different. So our answer was going with the underestimation. Okay, so guys, if I told you the trick again, in MCQ question, what you just need to eliminate the options. If I talk about the third passage, there will be tough questions we're gonna discuss in the next videos there too, but actually they will be totally check your language. They will be checking your language totally. But if I talk about these questions, if they consider in if they fall in first passage or the second passage, they will be totally based on your skills or your tricks. Just in detail you have to go with the location, just read in detail, use the elimination method, it will be with you. Thanks for watching. Please share the video with your friends, subscribe the channel, hit the icon, hit the bell icon, and we will be definitely there for more content. Thank you guys.